Today we list off some cars you might have not used in Forza Horizon 4. Now given that this game has been out for a little over 2 years, there is a strong possibility that you have used one of these cars if you have been playing since day one. This video is geared more towards players who haven't really explored all the cars Horizon has to offer. Even if you are a seasoned player though, no worries, maybe consider giving one of these cars a second chance. Enough rambling though, let's get into the cars. When racing, I mostly see players use souped up street cars which work pretty well, but they take an additive approach to building speed and acceleration. Briggs Automotive Company, or BAC for short, are one of the few companies that take a different approach to building a supercar. Instead of designing a traditional car with modern luxuries like air conditioning, leather seats, and generous suspension, BAC takes a subtractive approach. They dilute a car down to its most basic, bare-bone features and focus solely on the connection between the driver and the vehicle. That is the basic principle BAC held during the Mono's design and production. The amount of power produced by this car is not too impressive, but since the weight of the car is so low, it has a tremendous amount of acceleration and handling. Braking is also a breeze, since it takes a lot less effort to bring this featherweight to a stop in comparison to something like a Lamborghini Aventador going the exact same speed. The BAC Mono is a great choice for small technical circuits without any long straights. It also performs well on road sprints with a lot of technical areas. Its biggest drawback, however, is power. You will feel pretty slow on the straights, even at top speed, which is around 170 miles per hour. The good news is the Mono should be able to brake pretty late and take turns faster than most cars, so be sure to really nail the racing line and be on top of your throttle control coming out of the corner, especially since the Mono is a rear-wheel drive car. Overall, it's a great little car that provides a fun break from the hulking horsepower monsters you probably have lying around in your Horizon garage. The descendant of the beloved Honda NSX from the 1990s, the second generation NSX is quite the controversial car. Its release was rumored for a long time and even cancelled at one point to make room for the Honda HSV 010 GT, but 2 years later Honda finally unveiled the NSX during an auto show. The NSX is for sure one of the weirdest cars that I have driven in Forza Horizon 4. It has 3 electric motors and a V6 engine, which makes for some weird handling. If you want my personal tune for it, just search up Jason Saint in the creator search and look for the NSX tune. The NSX works great for sprint races and medium-sized circuits. With my aforementioned build, the NSX reaches 228 miles per hour, but be wary if you play with it on manual or manual with clutch transmission, because driving this car can easily become a chore. With 9 sequential gears, failing to shift down a few gears and then back up a few gears after a sharp corner can cost precious seconds and leave you in the dust of your opponents, especially if you play against difficult drivatars or against highly ranked racers online. If you are a fan of Nissan sports cars, you probably know about the Skyline 2000 GTR as the godfather of the modern day Nissan GTR. There is a lot of history in this car that I absolutely love. Essentially, Nissan took the engine from a Prince R380, which ran in Japan's Grand Prix, and threw it into a coupe. This combination makes for a very fast but sturdy car. Most of the people who know their car history have already bought this JDM icon, but if you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. Just the design of the car is so overwhelmingly awesome, and it encapsulates its era so well. My personal tune keeps it in the A-Class. I decided to upgrade the brakes and make some modifications to the engine without changing any of the aspiration, just keeping it natural to retain its base characteristics. But like I said, did upgrade the brakes just to keep it competitive. The standard brakes do make it a little bit harder to use in races. The best brakes available significantly improve how well the Skyline handles in the corners. If you like European cars from the late 1900s, be sure to check out this gem. Asia, Japan specifically, had a huge cultural surgence of car culture during this time period, which has given wave to a lot of modern JDM trends, and they borrowed a lot of ideas and concepts from European engineering. So if you like German engineering or like European engineering in general, be sure to check out some of these retro Asian cars. Iconic rally cars are really quite amazing. Most of the popular ones like the Lancia Stratos were not production cars souped up to perform on a slippery surface. Instead, they were just built as rally cars, and then a limited batch of cars were produced to meet certain racing entry criteria. These types of cars are dubbed as homologation cars. One of my personal favorites of these homologation cars is the Ford RS200. It wasn't even available for purchase in America, and even if you were in a country where it was available for sale, the odds of you getting your hands on one were pretty slim since only 146 were ever produced. A recent auction actually had one sell for $280,000, which is quite expensive when you consider that you can purchase a Lamborghini Huracan Performante for around the same price. However, getting the car in Forza Horizon 4 isn't that difficult at all. Simply reach tier 4 in the Dirt Rally series by completing Dirt series events and the car is yours. Most people don't really use this car in favor of new, more powerful rally cars, but with the right tune, the RS200 can sit with the best of them. If you haven't tuned rally cars before, I'll leave a guide in the comment section of this video. The gearing for rally driving is different from racing on tarmac, so if you've been struggling with getting the tune right on the RS200, no worries, it's probably something you can fix by watching the guide. Porsche is a name that has been synonymous with auto racing for a long time. The Carrera is one of the many reasons that this is true. Not only is it a car that competed on the track, but also in a lot of rally races. As good as this car is, it is even better after an engine swap and an RWB body kit. I know some people might think that's insane, but honestly, it's the 21st century and you gotta be honest, this thing looks epic. RWB, of course, is the famed company founded by the infamous Akira Nakai. They take stock Porsche 911s and give it a super wide body kit with comically wide fenders and an insane spoiler. The result is this fusion of traditional 1900s automotive design with the low and wide aerodynamic design of a race car, but meant for the road. In terms of racing though, it can be a little bit difficult to handle without a lot of tuning. Since the engine is in the rear, the weight distribution of the car is going to feel different in a Porsche in comparison to any other mid-engined or even front-engined car. There are plenty of tunes available via the Tune Manager, but honestly this is one of those cars that is just really fun to tune because it can be set up to do so many different things. Personally, I love to use it for sprint races and just cruising around the map, but it can be easily converted to a drift car. Actually, if you want to use an RWB Porsche 911 for free to drift, just get to level 17 on the street racing scene and you'll unlock the Hoonigan RWB Porsche for completely free. Both the Carrera and the Hoonigan are great cars to use if you haven't done before. RWB body kits are quite amazing and they fit on almost all the retro Porsches available in game. So be sure to check out some of the retro 911s, drive them stock if you want, do a little bit of engine swaps, maybe set them up for rallying, or even throw on a RWB body kit and take it out for a race or two. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Please be sure to like this video if you liked it and to subscribe for more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel. Thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.